Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win. So go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public, as well as the playgrounds and facilities, while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamos.schools.net website. If you click on the safety and wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
We got about 9 minutes left, about 9.5 minutes, excuse me, in the warm-up period. Junior varsity game went a bit long this evening, but the Toppers prevailed in that one 38-25. So we will get the varsity game started in approximately 10 minutes or so, and we will be back on the air. In the meantime, you can listen up for our great sponsors, and we really appreciate their sponsorship on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. And then we will be right back for some exciting season opening girls Hilltopper basketball. So we'll stick around and we'll see you in a few.
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara, and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the nature center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, toppers, on your season.
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhinos. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
We will see you at the Los Alamos Winter Classic.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the season opener of Los Alamos High School girls basketball. The Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers will be taking on the St. Michael's Horsemen here in Santa Fe. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube broadcast of this contest between the Hilltopper girls basketball team and the St. Michael's Horsemen. We are coming to you live from Perez Shelley Gymnasium in Santa Fe, one of the historic gymnasiums here in northern New Mexico. Not the most updated, that's for sure, but this is definitely a storied venue for basketball and a great place for the Toppers to get things going tonight. And the warm-ups have just concluded. We're about to do the introductions of the teams and I believe probably the national anthem. This is Mike Mays, and thank you for joining me this evening. Gene Mortensen, 99 times out of 100 would be with us, but is actually getting a little bit of an early start to Thanksgiving this year. So Gene, I'm sure, is just having a great time with his family, and but he will be back soon enough. But for the moment, the Toppers and the Horsemen are going to get going. Right now, we're going to have the national anthem. We will be back in just a moment. That concludes the national anthem here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium. And pretty good crowd tonight here. This is the season opener for both of these teams, the Toppers and the St. Michael's Horsemen. They very often play each other in the first game of the season. And the Toppers, like I said, coming in, are going to be a little bit short-handed. They're actually down to 7 regular varsity players tonight due to injury and or illness. And we'll see how the Toppers respond, but have a good portion of their nucleus, their regular starters in. So for the horsemen being introduced right now, they are going to start a freshman guard, Mariela Ruiz, a senior, Jacqueline Gorman, and also a senior, another guard, Lauren Pecos. She is the team's captain. Madeline Mossman will also get the start tonight, as will Carmen Pacheco. She is a 5'9" senior, and she is the team's center. And the Toppers tonight will start Sophia Trujillo. She's a 5'4" sophomore. She plays at the guard position. Another guard, Abigail Martinez, a 5'5" junior, will get the start tonight, as will Gigi Romero. She plays guard. She also comes in as a small forward for the Toppers. She is a sophomore, 5'8". And also getting the start tonight, just off of the girls soccer season, is Tara McDonald. She's a 5'10" senior. She will play at the center position. And rounding out the top 5 for the Toppers will be Caitlin Velarde. She is a 5'6" senior, and she plays guard. So the Toppers and the Horsemen all set to go. McDonald will jump against Carmen Pacheco in the center, and tip controlled by the Horsemen, and we are underway. Like I said, pretty good crowd tonight here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium for girls basketball. Toppers starting off in a 2-3 zone defense and putting a lot of pressure on the ball near the right wing. Ball goes back up to the top of the key. And that is Mariela Ruiz. She is dribbling around. Gives the ball back up. They're mostly just throwing the ball around the perimeter right now. Are the Horsemen finally get the ball inside to Pacheco. Pacheco makes a little move, but has to give the ball back up. And a first shot of the game is off. That was a 3-point attempt for the Horsemen. That was by Jackie Gorman. That was off, but a whistle on the rebound. And the foul going to Abigail Martinez. That is her first team foul of the game, and that ball will go back to St. Michael's. St. Michael's still mostly in the perimeter, finally driving in, getting away with a walk. There was Lauren Pecco. She misses a layup. Toppers get the rebound, going back the other way. Gigi Romero finding Martinez on the wing. Martinez gave it up across the lane, and the St. Michael's pokes it out of bounds. 6:50 here, just underway in the first quarter, and St. Michael's all over the Toppers. Stripped is Sophia Trujillo. First turnover of the ball game for Los Alamos. Coming back the other way is St. Mike's. Another stop and pop by Pecos. That one is off, and a rebound by Gigi Romero. Toppers with a quick three-pointer. That is Martinez. That is off. Rebound goes to St. Mike's, back the other way. St. Mike's trying to run the floor. Nice move, but that is blocked by McDonald. And a fast break chance here for Los Alamos, and they put it in. Caitlin Velarde on the other end after a nice block there by Tara McDonald on the inside. 2-0 in favor of Los Alamos. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. The Horsemen with the ball now, working the perimeter, now out in the wing of three-pointer. That is going to be off, and it's going to go off one of the Horsemen on the rebound. That was Lauren Pecos with the shot, and that was off 5:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Toppers with the ball now, working the ball around the perimeter. Trying to make a move is Caitlin Velarde. Cannot find Romero at the near the free throw line, and she drops in a jumper. Nice jumper just on the right of the free throw line, and that is the first 2 points of the game for Gigi Romero. Toppers leading player coming back from last year, 4-0 in favor of Los Alamos. 5:10 to play here in the first quarter. Nice drive inside, good move, duck under there by Maddie Mossman, and she picks up the first bucket of the game for the Horsemen. 4-2 now the score as Gigi puts up a three-pointer from the left wing. That is off. The rebound comes down to Mossman. The Horsemen push the ball up and get a layup attempt, but there is a foul, and that is going to go against Martinez. And that is Abigail Martinez. That is her second personal foul, and going to the line, the first free throws of the ball game. And that is Mariela Ruiz of the Horsemen puts in the first. Trujillo now and Martinez both going to the bench for the Toppers. And Catherine Trujillo checks in for Los Alamos. Second shot is up on the free throw. Second free throw, that is off, picked up by Romero. Romero going all the way down the floor, finally gives up the ball. Goes back up front now. A turnover by Los Alamos. Coming back the other way is the Horsemen, and a nice move inside by Lauren Pecos, and she drops it in. The Horsemen take a 5-4 lead. Nice move. Nice power move inside the lane there by Pecos. Now Topper's shot is up, and that is a three-pointer. That is good. Caitlin Velarde on the right side of the arc. That makes it a 7-5 ball game. 3:56 to play here in the first quarter. And Pecos looking for one of her teammates underneath the basket, but that is picked off by McDonald. McDonald coming back the other way. That's going to get knocked out of bounds. But the possession will stay with Los Alamos. So McDonald's very active here early underneath the basket for Los Alamos. Toppers with the inbound. Romero fakes a three-pointer, takes a step in with a two-point jumper. That is off. Rebound to Lauren Pecos. And the Horsemen back on their side of the court with the ball. 3:20 to play here in this first quarter. Pecos looking inside, and McDonald right there again to knock the ball away. The Horsemen do keep possession, however. Nice pass inside, but can do nothing with it. It's Carmen Pacheco now in a drive into the bucket, and that was by Ceciliana Ruiz, but she is fouled on the way. And so the third foul of this quarter by Los Alamos. That one's going to be charged to Romero. That is her first personal. They're going to call that a shooting foul. That is at best iffy. But in any event, going to the line for the Horsemen is Ruiz. She drops in the first one. The Horsemen now down by just 1 point here, and Ruiz a second shot. That one rims out. 7-6 in favor of Los Alamos. Just 3 minutes and change to play here in this first quarter. Toppers with the ball. Romero going to take another three deep from the right side. That's going to hit the back of the iron and then hit the standard, and that is out of bounds. Possession will go back to St. Michael's, down by a point here. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Los Alamos switching to a man-to-man defense here, but good rotation there by St. Mike's. Got a good shot off, but that one was off. The rebound coming back the other way, and then McDonald with a quick shot just under the basket, a little too far under the basket. That shot is off. Rebound goes to St. Michael's. Coming back the other way, St. Michael's are going left to right from where I'm sitting. The Toppers going right to left. And the Horsemen moving the ball. Good inside pass there. Trying to get Jada Lujan. Actually had a nice entry pass in there, but up to the task on defense was Catherine Trujillo. And the Horsemen end up giving the ball up. First actual turnover there by the Horsemen. So under 2 minutes to play here in this opening quarter here. Toppers up by a point, 7-6. Romero makes a nice move inside and puts it up deep, high off the glass and gets it to go. That is her 4th point of this first quarter. 9-6 advantage for Los Alamos. 1:40 to play. And first shot of the game by the center for the Horsemen. That is Carmen Pacheco. That is off. That was about an 8-footer. And fell on the rebound, and that is going to go to the Toppers as well. And that is going to be charged to Olivia Martinez. That is her first 4 team fouls on Los Alamos here in this quarter. None for the Horsemen. And another quick shot there by Pacheco. That is off. Toppers with the rebound. Coming back the other way is Romero. Romero pulls back. Puts it back out to the top of the key to Sofia Trujillo, who was checked back into the ball game. Gives it back up to Romero. Now a quick shot in the wing, and that one is good. That was Catherine Trujillo with the 3-pointer. 12-6 ball game late here in the first quarter, and another turnover by the Horsemen coming back the other way. Is Romero going to give it back up again, and Romero with the 3-pointer, and good defense there by the Horsemen. Horsemen come down with the rebound, and then we're going to have a foul coming back the other way. I think that's going to go on Romero once again. We'll see what they call him. That will go to Romero. That is her 2nd personal. That's already the 5th team foul for Los Alamos. Gaggle of substitutions here for St. Michael's. 40 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. 12-6 ball game. The Horsemen may be content at this point to play for 1 shot. Nearly throw the ball away. Actually, nice pickup there by Maddie Mossman. And 23 seconds remaining. Get the ball underneath, but the quick double team by the Toppers on Jackie Gorman. Quick shot, and that is off. The Toppers with the rebound. 10 seconds to play. Trujillo up at the top of the key, looking for somebody to cut. Nobody's cutting. 3, 2, 1, and Trujillo puts a shot up from the wing. That is no good. And that will be the end of the quarter. 12-6 in favor of Los Alamos. So in that quarter for Los Alamos, Gigi Romero with a couple of buckets, a 3-pointer by Caitlin Velarde, as well as a 2-point bucket on a jumper by Velarde, and a 3-pointer for Catherine Trujillo. But the Toppers with 5 fouls in that quarter as well. 2 on Gigi Romero and 2 more on Abigail Martinez. No fouls on the Horsemen in that first quarter. We'll be back in just a moment for quarter number 2. Teams coming back to the floor now here, second quarter at Perez Shelley Gymnasium here in Santa Fe, home of the St. Michael's boys and girls basketball teams. Toppers up 12-6 after one quarter. And Toppers will get the ball to start this second quarter. And the inbound pass comes to Sophia Trujillo. Toppers, or the Horsemen rather, in a 2-3 zone defense. An immediate strip there. McDonald got the ball deep inside the lane, but coming right over for the Horsemen was Lauren Pecos to tie her up. Possession goes to St. Mike's, trailing by 6 here in the very early stages of the second quarter. As we said, season opener for both of these teams. The Toppers and the Horsemen tend to play very early in the season, and they've done that for many, many years. Last year, by the way, the Toppers beat the Horsemen in Los Alamos 37-26, held St. Mike's to 8 points in the second half of that season opener. As turnover goes to Los Alamos, that is the third turnover of this ball game for the Horsemen. And Trujillo pops a quick three, and that's going to drop. The point guard for Los Alamos gets her first bucket of this ball game, opens up a 9-point advantage for the Toppers. 15-6, 7 minutes to play in this first half. Now Pecos with the ball, trying to make a move near the top of the key, gives it up to Mariela Ruiz. Now a three-pointer, and that is Lauren Pecos. So that is her 5th point of the ball game. Nice, just off the right wing to knock that one in. Nice shot by Pecos. Toppers with the ball now. Moving the ball around the perimeter. McDonald with the ball back to Trujillo at the top of the key. Trujillo just scanning right now. Now going to give it up to Caitlin Velarde. So not much going on in the lane right now. Los Alamos is content to throw the ball around. Now McDonald makes a move into the lane. And a nice move there in Trujillo from the top of the key. She had a layup chance, could not get it to fall. Ball goes off of her and rolls out of bounds. No, they're going to say St. Mike touched it before it went out of bounds. So possession will stay with Los Alamos. Los Alamos just on the left of their basket now, going to get the ball in and back to the top of the key to Sophia Trujillo. And Trujillo still dribbling. Now going to give it up to the wing. And Abigail Martinez out on the wing. Now back to Trujillo. Trujillo makes another move inside, and she's going to get fouled. And she ends up on the floor. That foul going to go to Maddie Mossman. That is her first. That is the first team foul of this ball game for St. Michael's, and they're going to call that on the floor. Little surprise there. McDonald with a nice move inside, but trying a little baby hook shot, could not get it to go. Pecos with a rebound back the other way is St. Michael's, and we're going to have a reach-in foul, and they're going to call that a shooting foul. And that is going to go to Sophia Trujillo. That is her first 6-team foul. That's going to send Pecos to the line. She just hit a three-pointer for the Horsemen, but did not appear that she had started her shooting cycle there. She knocks the first free throw in, cutting this to a 5-point ball game. But yeah, I did not think she had started her shooting cycle, but they gave her a shooting foul. And a lot of discussion between Pecos and the official. I'm not quite sure what for. 5:37 left as Pecos puts up her second shot. That is going to be off. But the rebound coming down to the Horseman. Mossman with a nice move inside to get the rebound. back kicks it back out to Pecos, and Pecos buries a three-pointer, 15-13. So the Horsemen right back in it now. 5:20 remaining in the second quarter. Quick shot by the Toppers is off. A rebound and a putback for Gigi Romero, and she is going to get fouled on top of it. That foul is going to go. Let's see, that will go to Mia Duran, the shooting guard. And so Gigi with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play here. And that is up and that is in. So big offensive rebound, put back and gets the foul is Gigi Romero. Gigi Romero now with 7 points for Los Alamos. 18-13 ball game. 5:20 left as McDonald going for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Possession will remain with the Horsemen. So for the Toppers right now, on the floor is Trujillo, is Romero, McDonald, Abigail Martinez, and Caitlin Velarde. Horseman still with the ball, moving a nice move inside. And drawing a foul is Mariela Ruiz for the Horsemen, and that one's going to go to McDonald. That is her first of the 7th team foul. So the Horsemen will be in the bonus for the remainder of the half. 4:53 left. As going to the line is Ruiz. She was there earlier, went 1 for 2. That one is off. 1 point in the ball game for Ruiz. She's ready for a second shot. And that's going to be off as well at the back of the iron. Romero with the rebound. And ball poked out of bounds there by Carmen Pacheco of the Horsemen. Possession will stay with the Hilltoppers, up by 5. 4:45 remaining in the second quarter. Sophia Trujillo with the ball. Gives it up to Velarde. And back to Trujillo. Trujillo looking for an opening. Didn't have one there. Good defense by the Horsemen again. Trujillo with the move, and she is going to get bumped, and she is going to put her long shot off the glass in. That is going to drop for Trujillo. So another chance for a three-point play here. And Trujillo is at the line for the three-point play, 20-13. And her free throw is up. It is off. Rebound to St. Michael's. Moving the ball back up quickly up the floor. Nearly lost it. Nice pickup there by Ceciliana Ruiz to save it. And then we have a whistle on the floor. Let's see what. And the Horsemen call a timeout. And they were a little all over the place there. Good timeout there. The St. Michael's Horsemen are coached by Sonia Ruiz. And the Toppers, of course, coached by Ray Romero. That is a 30-second timeout. First timeout of the ball game for either team. 20-13 the score. 4:20 remaining in the first half here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium. So Toppers have a lot of returners here this year. And we'll see how they do once they get to full strength. Good start for Los Alamos for the most part so far. Defense has been very, very good, and they've hit a couple of really tough shots here in this second quarter to move up by 7 points. Meanwhile, the Horsemen will throw the ball back in, trying to get the ball into Pacheco. Pacheco trying to make a move. McDonald looked like she stuffed her, but we're going to get a foul here, and that's going to go to McDonald. Tough call there on McDonald. That's her second foul. Her other foul was very, very close as well, but that's going to send Pacheco to the line to shoot two. Her first trip to the foul line. She hits the first. And McDonald's going to check out. Checking into the ball game is Layla Carter for Los Alamos. As Carmen Pacheco ready for her second shot. And that is off the back of the iron. The rebound by Velarde coming back the other way is Los Alamos. Just about 4 minutes left here in this second quarter. Trujillo hand fighting over there with one of the horsemen. That's Ceciliana Ruiz. Now we're going to get a call, and Ruiz is going to pick up the foul. And that is her second foul. A little too much hand fighting there. A little hand check there by Ruiz. Toppers with the inbounding the ball. Just halfway through this second quarter here. And Trujillo looked like she had a drive, gave it up. Now Carter, ball goes into Carter, and then now a nice move inside by Abigail Martinez. She drops it in for two. Very solid power move there by Martinez from the top of the key. 22-14. Horseman back the other way, looking for the three. Can't find it. Finally get one in the wing, and that one is going to go Jada Lujan, and that is going to be a foul on top of that. So Lujan fouled in the act of shooting. She drops in the three. And that is going to go to Layla Carter. That is her first foul of this ball game. That is the 9th team foul. And for the Horsemen, Jada Lujan drops in the old-fashioned 4-point play. That cuts his lead down to 4, 22-18 in favor of Los Alamos. 3:20 left to go. Toppers coming back. Toppers moving right to left here in this first half. And coming back. A lane opened up there, but losing the ball was Caitlin Velarde. She had a driving lane straight to the basket, but lost the handle on the ball momentarily. We're gonna get another whistle here, and Velarde's gonna get called with the foul. Might have been a good foul. It looked like the Horseman would have had a chance to go the other way with that. Toppers in the double bonus now, or rather the Horseman in the double bonus. That's the 10th team foul for Los Alamos. And at the line is Ceciliana Ruiz. She hits her first free throw. She has 2 points for this ball game. Two for 3 from the foul line is Ruiz right now as she sets up for her second attempt. And that one also good. 22-20 ball game. 3:09 remaining in the first half. So the foul count, 10 fouls for Los Alamos in this first half, 4 on the Horsemen. Nice backdoor cut, cannot get the ball to fall. That was Abigail Martinez. Great backdoor cut. Nice pass in from Trujillo, but could not finish it off. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be off Los Alamos. So the Horsemen with a chance to tie or possibly even take the lead here with this possession. Coming down is Mossman with the ball. And Pecos now had a chance to move in, lost the handle, and that ball ends up on the floor. That ball is tied up, and that is going to go to Los Alamos on the alternating possession. So nice hold there by Los Alamos. 22-20 ball game, 2:35 remaining in the opening half. And entry pass in near the free throw line. Gives it back up to Martinez, and then Trujillo cut underneath the basket. Got too far under the basket, did not have a shot. Trujillo now coming back the other way. Going to give up the ball, and a quick shot by Los Alamos is off. That was Trujillo taking the Catherine Trujillo taking the shot. Horseman with the rebound. A chance to tie it up once again. Pecos dribbling between the circles. And ball quickly out to the wing. Wide open shot there for Jada Lujan. Her three-pointer was off. Now the topper's the other way. Martinez with a three-pointer, and she buries it from the left side. First three-pointer of the ball game for Abigail Martinez. She has 5 points, 25-20, minute and a half to play in this first half. So a big shot there by Abigail Martinez. The Horsemen, meanwhile, trying to get the ball into Pecos. Now going to give back out to the wing to Lillian Rodriguez. Her three-pointer is off, but a nice offensive rebound by Pacheco. They give the ball back to Pacheco, and she makes a spin move. She can't get the layup to drop, but she is fouled, and she will go to the line, and I think that's going to be on Gigi Romero. It will be on Gigi Romero. That is her third foul of this opening half. 1:12 to play. Pacheco knocks in her first free throw. She was 1 for 2 in her first trip. And Gigi going to check out, as is Sofia Trujillo. 25-21 with Pacheco awaiting her second shot. And that one's up, and that one is good. 3 for 4 from the foul line is Carmen Pacheco. 72 seconds remain here. 25-22 in favor of Los Alamos in this second quarter. Now, Abigail Martinez running point, and she's going to drive to the basket. Kind of a no-look shot over her head. That one's off. Coming back the other way is the Horseman. And Mariela Rodriguez looking for someone down low. Nobody there. They're going to give the ball back up to Pecos. Pecos with a nice move. Now going to send it back out to the wing. Now Pecos out in the wing. She wants to drive inside. Oh, nice spin move there by Pecos. Puts up the shot, and it goes. Pecos with a nifty move there and gets the layup to drop. 25-24, 22 seconds remain here in this opening half. See, the Toppers want to play for one. McDonald trying to make a move at the top of the key, and she walks. That is the correct call. So with 16 seconds remaining, the Horsemen with a chance now to take the lead into the half. And a quick hands by Abigail Martinez knocks the ball out of bounds. It will stay with the Horsemen. 11 seconds remaining. And not a whole lot of movement over there. The Horsemen just get it in before the 5-second call. Quickly lose the ball now. Quick three-pointer with 5 seconds. That one's off. And another wild shot, and they're not going to get another shot off. Wild shot there toward the end by Gloria Sedano. And that was off. So the Toppers hang on. They hang on at the end of the half. And they were up 25-24. So the Toppers put in 13 points in that quarter. And big quarter for the Horsemen. They score 18 points. Toppers up by 1 as we go into halftime. So we have a 10-minute break here at the half. The Toppers going to talk a little bit. The Topper offense, or the Topper defense, rather, very, very good in the first quarter, but got into some foul trouble. And the Horsemen took advantage at the foul line in that second quarter and were able to cut into this lead. So we will be back in just a little bit, and we'll talk about this first half. But the Toppers up 25-24, and we will be back. In the meanwhile, I think we're going to got some advertisements for you. So check out our great, wonderful sponsors here. You're listening to Hilltopper Girls Basketball on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, and we'll be back in approximately 5 minutes.
Hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win, so go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamos.schools.net website. If you click on the Safety and Wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhino. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
We want to see you at the Los Alamos Winter Classic.
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
And welcome back, everyone, to the Perez Shelley Gymnasium here in Santa Fe, one of the historic sports venues here in northern New Mexico. And it is right on the St. Michael's campus here in Santa Fe. St. Michael's, of course, just a legacy of great athletics down here. And really, we're always really happy to be down here, either at Perez Shelley Gymnasium or Brother Abnam Field, just down the way for football or soccer. But great athletic program down here. They do a great job, and they're excellent hosts as well. So we are back here. About 3 minutes remain in the break here at the half. Toppers up 25-24 over the Horsemen. The Toppers were up big early. Actually had an 18-11 advantage at one point. But the Horsemen coming up big on the offensive end. Thanks a lot to several free throw chances. Toppers did get into some foul trouble in that first half. Actually ended up with 10 team fouls, and the Horsemen only whistled 4 times in that first half. So for the Toppers, they were led in that first half by Gigi Romero. She had 7 points. She had an old-fashioned 3-point play in that second quarter. Toppers scored 13 points in that second quarter and had a couple of three-point play chances. But Gigi was able to connect on that one. She leads Los Alamos 7 points, 5 points each for Sofia Trujillo, Abigail Martinez, and for Caitlin Velarde. And a 3-pointer in that first quarter, by Catherine Trujillo. And so 5 Toppers in the scoring column. The leading scorer in that first half for either side was Lauren Pecos, a senior. We've seen Lauren for a couple of years now. She's a very, very solid basketball player. She ended up with 11 points. She had 9 of those 11 in the second quarter. Pair of threes in that second quarter for Pecos. So a very, very solid basketball player. So, and then a few other of her teammates getting in the scoring column. 3 points for Carmen Pacheco. Those all came from the free throw line. And 3 more points from the free throw line for Ceciliana Ruiz. So 18 points put up there for St. Michael's in that second quarter to cut in the Topper lead. So we're just about ready to go here. 40 seconds left before we start this second half. Toppers will move. They'll switch ends here. Toppers will move left to right from where I'm sitting. The Horsemen right to left. And we're glad to bring you this ball game just underway here in the winter season. Can't believe it's a winter season already for sports. And Thanksgiving just a couple days away. And John McHale, the crack photographer here for the Daily Post, and I got our Thanksgiving started a little early. Had a great Frito pie. I tell you what, there's some really good, tasty treats you can find right around northern New Mexico. It is hard to beat a St. Michael's Frito pie. We had one of those before the game. Very, very good. If you never had one, you might want to come check one out. And we are underway here in this third quarter. We're starting off with a man-to-man defense. And Pecos going to be guarded by Gigi Romero. Romero with 3 fouls in that first half. Pacheco puts up the shot. That is off. But 2 quick offensive rebounds by the Horsemen. And Pacheco going to get the ball again. She's going to take it inside. Finally, after the miss, picked up by Tara McDonald. McDonald also with a couple of fouls in that first half. Toppers with 10 fouls in that first half. And we'll have to be a little bit careful here on the defensive end. Romero trying to get the ball into McDonald. She gives it back up to Trujillo. Trujillo makes a toe dance down the baseline and gets the ball back out on the wing. Boy, this is a tough defense to start out with St. Mike's. And just a trapping defense. Trujillo was stuck in the corner there. And jumping up to call a timeout is Ray Romero early here in this second half. And a lot of discussion going on, but in any event, the Toppers will call a 30-second timeout. But Trujillo was just absolutely 100% trapped there in the coffin corner. Nowhere to go with the ball. Romero had no choice but to call the timeout. Toppers up by 1 here in this third quarter, just underway in this second half. And McDonald with the ball, get on the inbound pass. Now back down to Romero. Romero playing small forward. That ball's going to get knocked away from her by Lauren Pecos. Pecos back the other way. Finally going to pull out. Now she's up and near the foul line. Going to give it to Pacheco. Pacheco had a nice move in her first Horseman possession, but could not get her shot to fall. Now Pecos up top, and she's going to take a three. They left her open. That one's just going to go off. Pacheco with the offensive rebound, but her putback is off as well, and we're going to have a held ball. That ball going to go to Los Alamos, but Pecos wide open just on the right side. She just took one little step back and had a great look, could not get it to fall. A dangerous possession. Now another turnover, quick turnover by the Toppers. Ball going to get down to the Horsemen, and that is going to be knocked in by Gorman, and she connects on the fast break attempt, and she is fouled. And Caitlin Bernardi going to pick up the foul. So the Horsemen take their first lead of this ball game, 26-25, 6:13 to play, and Gorman with a chance to add on to that, and she connects. So 27-25, three-point play on the fast break attempt, fast break chance there by Gorman and the Horsemen. Toppers down by 2. Nearly losing the ball is Trujillo. McDonald picks it up, puts up a shot. It's partially blocked by Pacheco. A Horseman again back the other way. Nice move in by Pecos. She gives the ball back out to Gorman, and Gorman knocks in the 15-foot jumper. 29-25 in favor of St. Michael's here. 5:40 left in the third quarter as Abigail Martinez puts up a three. That one's off the front of the rim. Put back by McDonald is off. Now Gigi Romero and one of the Horsemen go to the floor. The ball is tied up. That's going to go possession to the Horsemen. So 5 quick points here by the St. Michael's Horsemen to take a 4-point lead early in this third quarter. And the Horsemen with possession right now. Toppers still in a man-to-man defense as short jumper is put up. That is going to be off, but another offensive rebound, 4th offensive rebound already by the Horsemen. They're going to retain possession. And a nice drive to the basket, but Ceciliana Ruiz can't get the ball to drop. Throw out to the top, or near the timeline, rather. That's picked up by Lauren Pecos. Pecos looking to drive. Nice move into Pacheco. Pacheco had an open layup, could not convert. Gigi Romero the other way, and she's going to get pushed from behind. And that foul going to go to number 20, Maddie Mossman. That is her first team foul of this second half for the Lady Horsemen. Toppers will throw the ball in from the sideline. Trujillo with the drive. Quick runner. That is off. And the Horsemen dominant on the glass right now. They get that rebound. Coming back the other way. Mariela Ruiz with the ball right now. Working against Caitlin Velarde. And finally giving the ball up in the wing to Jada Lujan. And nearly stolen away by Martinez. And they're going to say that's off the Horsemen. And so great defense there by Martinez, knocking the ball away. And that is going to be a turnover for the Horsemen. The Toppers will get the ball near the timeline. Sophia Trujillo with the ball. Toppers going to spread out along the perimeter. 3:58 to go as Gigi Romero puts up a three-pointer. That is off. A rebound goes to tapped over to Pecos. Pecos pushing the ball the other way and nearly losing the ball and actually knocking the ball away for Los Alamos. And knocking it out of bounds is Olivia Martinez, a 5'5" freshman. Quick pass into Pacheco. Pacheco again with a left-handed layup, cannot get it to fall. That's going to go out of bounds. And the possession will remain with the Horsemen. But so far on the glass, it has been all St. Mike's here in this third quarter. 29-25, 3:30 remaining in this third quarter. Pecos with the ball just to the right of the key, top of the key. Now going to make a move, and she's going to get called for the charge. And she crashed into Abigail Martinez. So that is the charge. That is on Pecos. That is her first. And that was a good call. Great play there. Martinez has made a couple of defensive plays here in the early part of this third quarter. Quick three-pointer by Sophia Trujillo. That is off. Pecos with a rebound. And Pecos has just been all over the place here in the last quarter and a half. She's directing traffic now near the top of the key. Now gives the ball up to Mariela Ruiz. And trying to work the ball back in is Ruiz. Nice short pass. Cannot get it to drop to Gorman. And Toppers the other way. Toppers pushing the ball. Martinez is going to go into the glass, and she's going to get foul. Abigail Martinez. And I think that's going to go on Jada Lujan. We'll see what the call is. Yes, that will go to Lujan. That is Lujan's first. It was the third team foul on the Horsemen. That's going to send Abigail Martinez to the free throw line to shoot two. She has 5 points in this ball game. This is her first trip to the foul line. And that is up, and that one's going to be off for the 5'5" junior. 29-25, 2:45 remaining in this third quarter. Abigail Martinez, and her second shot is up, and it is good. 29-26 ball game now. 3-point deficit for Los Alamos. Los Alamos with a little bit of a full court press, but broken by the Horsemen. Initial shot missed by Mariel Ruiz, but there to put it back is Carmen Pacheco. That is her first field goal of the ball game. It was off an offensive rebound. The Horsemen have a distinct advantage on the glass here in this third quarter. Martinez puts up a quick three. That one is just off. How did that miss? And the Horsemen with the rebound now. The Toppers trying to trap the Horsemen in back the other way. Martinez goes into the first row, but that ball out of bounds. That's going to stay with the Horsemen. 2:03 remaining, 31-26 ball game in favor of St. Mike's right now. 2 minutes remaining. And a good move there by Good move there by Ruiz. Quick shot by the Horseman is off. Back the other way is Trujillo. Trujillo trying to make a move from the top of the key. Not much there. And getting double teamed near the wing. Now Abigail Martinez with a nice move. She loses her footing, however, and goes down. Toppers keep the ball. Picked up by McDonald. Now Romero. Romero trying to make a move. She lost the ball as well. And McDonald ends up with the ball, but I think she dragged her feet. Let's see what they call. And actually, they're going to call a foul here.
Foul number 11, Jackie Portman. That's her first.
And they're going to call that. I think that's going to go on one of the horsemen. It will. It's going to go to Jackie Gorman. And so we have a timeout on the floor. 1:25 remaining, 31-26 in favor of St. Michael's. And I think we had a full timeout called. And so, like I said, this is the Toppers season opener here. And the Toppers will really get things going next week. Next Tuesday, they'll have their home opener. That will be at 6:30. They will play the Escalante Lobos. Escalante, of course, from Tierra Maria. And small school, but usually pretty tough. So that will be on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, they open up a tournament here in Santa Fe. Have a tough draw in the opening round. And that will be Cleveland High School. Cleveland is an absolute powerhouse. So that will be a very, very tough contest to open that tournament. That'll be in Santa Fe. Not sure which gymnasium that will be. We'll check on that. Both teams ready to go here. And Gigi Romero puts up a baby hook that is off. 1:19 remaining. 31-26 in favor of the Horsemen. As they come back the other way, Ceciliana Ruiz with the ball and pass, and that is going to go off the leg of Caitlin Velarde. They're going to call that a kicked ball, and that drives me nuts. That was not a kicked ball. The ball ran into her leg. A kick is really supposed to be something that's intentional, and we're going to get a 5-second call here on the Horsemen. Great defense on the inbound by Los Alamos. They just had everybody blanketed, nowhere to throw it. The turnover that puts the ball back in with the Toppers. 50 seconds remaining, and Los Alamos with the ball now on the top of the key. And that's Abigail Martinez looking for a place to drive. Cannot get anywhere. Nice defense there by Gorman. 30 seconds remaining. And finally, Gigi Romero puts up a shot. That's going to be off. Nice rebound off by one of the Toppers, Olivia Martinez, but her shot is blocked on the putback attempt. And coming back the other way is the Horseman. Quick three-pointer is off. And then a shot blocked by McDonald. Toppers coming back the other way. 10 seconds left. Gigi Romero puts up the layup, and that is good. Romero with a nice move. And just the third point of this quarter for the Toppers. And the Horsemen not going to get a shot off here at the end of the quarter. 31-28. And so a big last few seconds there of the quarter by Los Alamos. Romero with the bucket. So the one and only bucket of the third quarter. Toppers coming up with just 3 points in that third quarter. Meanwhile, the Horsemen only coming up with 7, and actually 5 of those were very, very quick. So not much happening on either offensive end there toward about the last 5 minutes or so of that quarter. 31-28. And so the Toppers, the Toppers down by 3 here. And so the Horsemen outscored the Toppers 7-3 in that third quarter rather, and lead by 3 points. So the score 25-24 in favor of Los Alamos at the end of the half. But Toppers held with just 3 points after playing pretty efficient offense in that first half. Just couldn't get much going until that very last couple of seconds there in the third quarter when Gigi Romero able to drop in that bucket. So fourth quarter just about to go underway here. Toppers will throw it in at the timeline. Sophia Trujillo throws the ball in, and she is working the ball toward the right side, gets it over to Olivia Martinez, back to Gigi Romero. Now McDonald trying to make a move. Ball knocked out of her hands by Pacheco, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul on one of the Horsemen. That's going to go to Mariela Ruiz. That is her first. Ruiz just a freshman, but has played most of this contest. And McDonald with a turnaround jumper, and that is good. McDonald hits it from just about 4 or 5 feet away. 31-30 in favor of the Sun Devils. First bucket of the ball game for McDonald. She has 2 points now. Olivia Martinez, meanwhile, all over Mariela Ruiz. Finally gets the ball up to Pecos and near the top of the key. Gets a screen from Pacheco. Nice pick and roll there by Pacheco. Pacheco cannot get the shot to drop, but the Horsemen again with the rebound, but then promptly throw it out of bounds. 31-30. About 7 minutes left here in this ball game. Toppers down by 1. Sophia Trujillo coming from the left side to the right side. Now gives up to Romero. And Toppers handing the ball off near the top of the key. Finally, Romero trying to make a move from the foul line. Her shot, nice move, but a little short. Rebound by McDonald, saves it from going out of bounds. And now a tie-up. And Olivia Martinez, the freshman, all over the place right now. She forces the tie-up, but possession will stay with the Horsemen. Well, let's see. We're having a little discussion here. That should be Horseman ball, and that is correct. So Horseman will get the ball. 6:38 remaining in this in regulation here. The 1-point ball game in favor of the Horsemen, 31-30. Mariela Ruiz with the ball, knocked away momentarily by Olivia Martinez, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to go back to the Toppers. Pecos came over to try to save it, and that came over. Martinez coming up huge on defense for Los Alamos, just a 5'5" freshman, but she has been all over the place. We're going to have a timeout here on the court. I did not see who called it. But a great play there by Martinez. Has made a couple of defensive plays here early in this fourth quarter to really spark the Toppers. So we'll see what the Toppers want to do. They will have possession here when we come back from the timeout. 6:30 remaining. Like I said, Los Alamos has a fair amount of its players back from last year, but playing a little bit shorthanded. Michelle Macias out, Carly Holland out today for various reasons. Toppers with the ball. And Caitlin Velarde dribbling near the top of the key. She's coming up a three-pointer. She was open, but that one, it goes off the back of the iron. Rebound to the Horsemen. Going back the other way is Ruiz. Now gives it up to Pecos. And Pecos actually looked like she had a lane there, but decided to pull it back out. Trying to slow things down, I think. A little hard to sit on a 1-point lead with this much time left. Pecos with a three-pointer. That is off, but another offensive rebound and the putback. That one by Maddie Mossman. That is her 4th point of the ball game, and that was a big one. 33-30, 5:25 remaining for the Toppers. Toppers with Velarde. Velarde wide open for 3. That one again off the back of the iron. Goes up to hits the top of the backboard, and a scramble for it goes out of bounds. It'll stay possession with Los Alamos. And so Velarde will throw it in baseline right. So it gets back to Trujillo at the top of the key. 5:10 remaining, 3-point ball game. Gets the ball quickly into Gigi Romero. Now back out to Trujillo. Trujillo with the three-pointer. That was off. Romero fighting for the rebound. That's going to go to the Horsemen. Horsemen have been all over the glass here in this second half. 4:45 left. And that is Ruiz trying to work the ball in against Velarde. Good defense by Velarde. Now back to Pecos. Pecos looking for a lane. Nothing there. Gigi Romero with the defense. Topper defense has tightened up quite a bit here after a hiccup there in the beginning of the half. Now we're going to have another tie-up. 2 ladies down at the floor. That's Gloria Sedano and Trujillo. And that possession is going to go back to Los Alamos. 3-point ball game, just under 4.5 remaining in regulation. Sofia Trujillo with the ball. And gives it up to Abigail Martinez. Martinez now to Romero. Romero trying to drive, nothing there. Back to Olivia Martinez at the top of the key. And we're going to have a reach-in foul. And that is going to go to Mariela Ruiz. And actually, I don't think that was her. I think that was Maddie Mossman that actually committed the foul. But foul goes to Ruiz. That is her second. 16 foul by the Horsemen. Only 1 so far in this half by Los Alamos. And Abby Martinez puts up a layup, kind of forced it. Now the ball sails by one of the Horsemen and trying to save it. And that was Mossman. She's going to step on the sideline. And that ball again going to go over. That is the 4th turnover of this half by the Horsemen. The ball going to go back to Los Alamos. 3:50 remaining. Toppers down by 3. Trujillo with a three-pointer, and that is good from the right side. We are tied up here with 3:35 remaining, 33 all. Nice three-pointer by Trujillo. And that is her 8th point of this ball game. And a quick move inside by Ruiz. That is going to be off. And the Horseman nearly came up with a rebound again, but stepping on the baseline of Ceciliana Ruiz is going to turn the ball over to Los Alamos. 3:18 remaining. We are all tied up at 33 after the big three-pointer by Sofia Trujillo. Trujillo with the ball again. And this time she is getting extra attention. And a nice pick there by Gigi Romero, leaving the ball open for Abby Martinez. Martinez with a 3 that is off. Horseman coming back the other way with Pecos. Pecos working against Olivia Martinez. Now three-pointer, that is off. And fight for the rebound. That's going to get knocked out of bounds by Lauren Pecos. Fighting with Abby Martinez. And Toppers will get the possession back. 2:45 left in this ball game. We are all tied up after a three-pointer by Sofia Trujillo. That was her 8th point in this ball game. Trujillo having a good start to her season so far. Abby Martinez goes with the left hand. She is absolutely decked by Pecos, and she is on the floor. Nothing called, but Pecos was right there, and Martinez is down, and she is. I think she got the wind knocked out of her. She's down underneath the topper basket. Actually, stoppage of play here with 2:27 remaining. And she is still down. She has not gotten up yet. But, yeah, she had a big collision with Lauren Pecos. Pecos just absolutely stuffed her on as she tried to drive to the basket. No foul called. It actually looked like a clean play. But Abby Martinez definitely getting the worst of it. So with 2:27 remaining, Martinez has 6 points in this ball game for Los Alamos, as she's being looked at by the St. Mike's trainer and by Coach Ray Romero. So for the Toppers right now, they are led in scoring by Gigi Romero. She has 9 points, and then 8 points from Sofia Trujillo. And Toppers actually only with 3 field goals so far in the second half. One by Romero, one by Trujillo, the 3-pointer by Trujillo, and then another one by McDonald. Now Abby Martinez up and walking off under her own power. Actually, looks like she is okay. Holding her side a little bit. I think she just got the wind knocked out of her. We'll keep an eye on that. She's going to be out for at least a little bit here. Horseman with the possession. And a quick whistle on the inbound. And I'm going to say that one was knocked out of bounds. I think that was Olivia Martinez again. Martinez has been all over the place on defense for Los Alamos in the second half. But possession will stay with St. Michael's. We are all tied up here at 33. Just over 2 minutes left to play as Pacheco has the ball way out near the top of the key. Now Pacheco trying to make a cut in, and she slipped. And another turnover for the Horsemen. That was their third turnover of this quarter. And we are at the 2-minute warning here, 33 all. Toppers and the St. Michael's Horsemen. Toppers hoping to come away with a victory in their season opener. And then a quick knocked away. Trujillo trying to make a move, but that was knocked away by Ceciliana Ruiz. Good play by Ruiz on the defensive end. Possession will stay with Los Alamos, 1:50 remaining. And we're going to have a timeout. Ray Romero didn't like what he saw. And rightly so. Toppers trying to inbound the ball. There was not much going on. So that'll be a 30-second timeout. So I believe that is the second 30-second timeout for Los Alamos. So 2 full timeouts remaining for Los Alamos. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, as we said, the Topper girls will play next Tuesday at home. That'll be their home opener against the Escalante Lobos. The Topper boys, meanwhile, will be here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium to take on the St. Michael's boys. And that will be a week from today. So Topper boys and girls basketball both getting charged up here and at St. Michael's. Gigi Romero now trying to make a move, but lost the ball going up. Pacheco, I think, knocked it away. Possession with the Horsemen as they come back, going left to right, and trying to make a move there is Maddie Mossman, and knocked away again by Olivia Martinez, and Lauren Pecos went to pick it up, and she was 2 feet out of bounds when she grabbed the ball. Pecos not realizing she was right there at the sideline. That's going to turn the ball over to Los Alamos, and Olivia Martinez. She has been an absolute thorn in the side of the Horsemen here in the second half. Ball goes in deep to Tara McDonald. McDonald with a turnaround. That will not go. The rebound comes to Pacheco. Pacheco out to Pecos on the. We're going to get a very late blocking foul here on Sophia Trujillo as Pecos trying to move the ball inside. And that whistle came about 5-6 seconds after contact between the two. Very, very late whistle, and Pecos here at the free throw line with a chance to put the Horsemen back on top. Her first shot is off. Pecos had 11 points in that first half, has not scored in the second half. Misses the first free throw, coming up with her second one. 1:04 to play here, and Pecos is up, and that one is good. So that's going to give the Horsemen a 1-point advantage. And timeout here on the floor. I think that was called by Los Alamos. No, excuse me, that it was called by the Horsemen. 1:04 remaining, the Horsemen up by 1. Both teams with 2 full timeouts remaining here with just over a minute to go. But yeah, the very, very late whistle, that one going to Sophia Trujillo as Pecos going in for the layup. There was some contact, and Trujillo went down to the floor, but there was a long delay on that whistle. Actually looked like pretty good defense there by Trujillo, but that is the first point of the second half for Pecos, who had 11 points, actually did almost all of her damage in that second quarter, had 9 points in that second quarter. She has 12 so far for the ball game. So Toppers have outscored the Horsemen here 5-3 in this fourth quarter. Neither team getting much offense going here in this second half. And Sophia Trujillo with the ball under a minute left. And it gets the ball over to Romero. Romero trying to make a move now. Sends it over to Velarde. Velarde to Abby Martinez back in the ball game. Her shot, 18-footer, is off. Rebound goes to the Horsemen, and that is knocked out of bounds by Tara McDonald. 42 seconds left. The Horsemen up by 1. And Toppers trying to put some pressure on here. Pecos with the ball. Toppers may have to foul here quickly. They probably don't want to foul Pecos. Pecos goes to the floor. Nothing called. And now Gorman in the corner. And Toppers running out of time here. 26 seconds. And finally a foul called. And that is going to be on Abby Martinez. A problem the Toppers have now. That is only their third foul of this half. So they have a ways to go before the Horsemen get in the bonus. And a timeout there. Nothing happening on the floor for the Horsemen. The Toppers completely had them shut down. Trying to inbound the ball. Having to call a timeout is Ceciliana Ruiz. And the Horsemen are down to 1 timeout. 27 seconds remaining here in this contest. The Horsemen up by 134-33. This has been a defensive battle, to say the least, in this second half. And Toppers have only managed so far in this second half 8 points after coming up with 25 in the first half. So 34-33 advantage. Toppers have 2 full timeouts in their pocket. The Horsemen down to 1 full timeout. Sonia Ruiz really animated out in the St. Michael's huddle. I don't think was very happy with her team's lack of motion there, trying to get the ball in before Ruiz, Ceciliana Ruiz wisely called the timeout. Ruiz, a junior, 5'4". Ball back in and has to call the second timeout. The Toppers again all over the Horsemen. The Horsemen are now out of timeouts. And we nearly had a 5-second call again on the Horsemen. So 2 straight timeouts. And that will do it. The Toppers still with 2. So the problem, like I said, though, unfortunately for the Toppers right now, they just have 3 fouls. So they really, getting into the bonus is going to take some doing with 27 seconds left here. And that is unfortunate because the Toppers are kind of piling up the fouls in that first half, but not really a whole lot in the second half. Now let's see what Ray Romero wants to do coming in out of this timeout. And actually very measured in the huddle. Sonia Ruiz, his counterpart on the other side, very animated in her huddle. And the Horsemen out of timeouts here. They're going to have to get the ball in. They have, this will be their 3rd chance to get the ball in from the right sideline to Celiana Ruiz. And some little pushing and shoving there. And just getting the ball into Mossman, Trujillo all over her. And that ball stuffed and knocked out of bounds by Abby Martinez. 22 seconds remaining. Nice play by Martinez. Was just down a little while ago. And get the ball into Mossman again. And finally the foul given. And that's going to, that foul goes to Trujillo. That is only the 4th Topper team foul. They've got to get 3 fouls in quick succession to if they want to put the Horsemen in the bonus. And now Abby Martinez with the block, and that is her 4th, and that is a 5th team foul. So 2 more 2 more fouls the Toppers looking to give. 16 seconds remaining. And a throw, and that throw is going to go. Pacheco thought somebody was going to break for the Horsemen. Nobody there, and it goes untouched all the way down to the Horsemen baseline. That is a turnover. 5th turnover of this quarter for the Horsemen. Pacheco obviously looked like she thought somebody was going to break out of kind of a big pile up right in front of her. Nobody did, and that ball goes untouched. So Toppers will get the ball where Pacheco threw it out, about halfway into Topper territory, near the near even with the top of the key on the Toppers offensive end. So Romero calls a timeout here, and he's drawing up, he's scribbling something on his whiteboard as fast as he possibly can. 16 seconds remaining. Toppers down by 1. See how they want to play this. When you're down by 1, I don't think you have a whole lot of choice but to take the first shot you get. The Toppers very well spread out, almost a 4 corners look coming in. Caitlin Bellardi will throw the ball in. She's not being guarded. And a quick pass into Tara McDonald. She's going to hand the ball off to Martinez. Martinez loses the handle and a turnover. And Lauren Pecos picks it up, and the quick foul on. And that's Gigi Romero had no choice but to foul. That is a 16 foul. So 10 seconds left. Martinez actually had a lane but could not find the handle on the ball. Had a clear shot at the bucket. And a quick throw in by the Horsemen, and then the foul by Sophia Trujillo. That is her 4th. And that is finally the 7th team foul with 9.1 seconds remaining. That is going to send Mariela Ruiz to the foul line. Ruiz has been there. This will be her 4th trip. She is her third trip. She is 1 for 4 from the foul line, so that is actually not the worst person they could have fouled. And Ruiz, her first shot is up and off, but that is off Pacheco. Pacheco looked like she was going to come down with a rebound. She could not find the handle. 7.6 seconds left. This could be the ball game here. Toppers with one timeout. And Trujillo picks up the ball near the timeline. 5 seconds left, trying to get around. Going to put up a wild shot, and that will do it. Trujillo looking for, I think, was just trying to draw contact. No serious contact was forthcoming. She threw up a wild shot, wasn't even close. And Trujillo is bummed out, to say the least, but that will do it. So the St. Michael's Horsemen come back here after the Toppers looked very, very sharp here early in this ball game. Come back in the second half. Toppers just cannot put anything together on offense. Good defensive effort by both teams in this second half, but the St. Michael's Horsemen take this one 34-33 in favor of the Horsemen here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium tonight. And unfortunate end for Los Alamos. The Toppers really looked very, very good on the defensive end, but just on offense, St. Michael's is up to the task, and Los Alamos just didn't get a whole lot of good shots there in that second half. And Los Alamos could not capitalize, actually only end up in the second half scoring a total of 8 points. And that was after scoring 25 in the opening half. So not a whole lot more offense for the Horsemen. They actually they just ended up with 10 points, but win this one by 1, 34-33. And so Gigi Romero ends up leading Los Alamos. She had 9 points in this ball game. And then 8 points for Trujillo. Had a shot there toward the end, but mostly just looking for contact. The contact was minimal, and the shot was well off. She ended up with 8 points, 6 points for Abby Martinez, and bucket for Tara McDonald, and a three-pointer in the first half for Catherine Trujillo. And so that was a scoring for Los Alamos. Great defensive showing by Olivia Martinez, the 5'5" freshman guard. And she was all over the place in that second half, forced 3 or 4 turnovers in that second half. So great defensive showing by her. And it gave the Toppers had a couple of chances toward the end. A turnover toward the end ended up being costly, and the Toppers just could not get a good shot off at the end of the ball game. So the high point lady in this ball game for the Horsemen was Lauren Paco. She ended up with 12 points, had 9 of those 12 coming in that second quarter, as the Horsemen trying to get something going in that second quarter and actually cut into a pretty sizable Topper lead. The Toppers led by as many as 7 at one point in this ball game, but the Horsemen able to cut into that. And then also for the Horsemen, outside of Pecos, no real big numbers. 5 points for the center, Carmen Pacheco, and 5 points for Jackie Gorman. But beyond that, just kind of spotty offensive output for the Horsemen. But the Horsemen will go to 1-0. They pick up the win here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium to open their season. Toppers fall to 0-1. Toppers will be back in action a week from today after the Thanksgiving break. They'll take on the Escalante Lobos and then have have a pretty rough draw for the Santa Fe tournament, which gets going next Thursday, and that will be the Cleveland Storm. And Cleveland, they are very, very good. So we will see Toppers have a rough one to start out with. The Topper boys, like I said, will open up also here at Perez Shelley Gymnasium a week from tonight, and they will take on the St. Michael's Horsemen. The St. Michael's boys actually usually one of the last teams to get their season going because they're usually still playing football right about now, and I believe they still are, as a matter of fact. So Horseman football team, football program is one of the premier small school programs in the entire state of New Mexico, and they are nothing to be trifled with, that's for sure. So, like I said, the St. Michael's boys actually, because they have a lot of their players still playing football, they usually wait until pretty late into the season to get their basketball season going. But the Toppers will be down here a week from tonight, and so that'll do it here from Perez Shelley Gymnasium. The St. Michael's Horsemen prevail over the Toppers in their girls basketball season opener, 34-33. And we want to thank John McHale and Charlene McHale for all their help tonight. And we, of course, want to thank the Los Alamos Daily Post for getting us back on the air. I know Gene and I were really excited to know that we were going to come back on the air and do some more sports for you after we've been doing that for a while. Gene's been doing it for a very long while. And Gene should be back pretty soon. He is, like I said, getting a little bit of a jump start on his Thanksgiving holiday. And Gene is a big Thanksgiving fan. He's, I don't know if he's having any turducken or what he's doing, but he's a big fan of Thanksgiving. And his family, boy, when they get together, they have a real good time. Great family, great group of folks over there. And so we'll see Gene when he gets back. But meanwhile, that will do it for this evening. I want to thank you for joining us. This is Mike Mays for the Los Alamos Daily Post, and we will see you next time right here on YouTube. So have a great night and a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time.